there, time for some fun hair talk. We're going to talk today about Kylie Jenner's hair journey. If you like this video, please subscribe. We'll send you more. Kylie Jenner, fantastic, beautiful young lady. We're going to talk today about her hair journey. Absolutely gorgeous young woman, can rock any style. But as you can see through some of these photos, when she's younger, this is her natural hair, absolutely beautiful. And then you can see the progression of what has occurred in the changes in her hair from processing, etc. So in this next photo, we can see it's about 2015, and you can see the bottoms of her hair very dried out. Well, she did the brilliant thing, which is to style her hair around what was best for her hair and her hair health at that time. But what happens with a lot of this processing, and I think we saw this with Kylie a little bit, is that there's all types of processing. There's good processing and bad processing. Both are hard on the hair. Of course, bad processing is going to be a lot more difficult. And you can see this in her hair journey. So obviously she has the best of the best, but she does put her hair through a lot of changes. But what can happen with processing, and we'll talk about color processing, is with some of the chemicals, particularly ammonia, it can actually retard some of the hair growth during the telogen phase, which is the resting phase and then coming out of resting phase. Some of the ammonia in the products can hurt it, and it looks like that may have happened in this case because her hair seems to be a little bit less than what it was in some of the pictures. Most follicle damage that you do is temporary, people can outgrow it, but if you have bad processing, that follicle damage can become permanent. We have no reason to believe that Kylie has any kind of permanent damage. We're just using this as a way to educate you and talk to you about what could happen with processing, so we want you to be really careful. So with respect to good and bad hair processing, and as we look at Kylie's hair, she bounces back so well. So what she's doing something right, because her hair just keeps growing and it's beautiful. Some of the things Kylie may be doing to help with the damage from hair processing is she could be using essential oils. We know that rosemary is fantastic for the follicles. She's probably using a very gentle, nourishing shampoo. She's probably getting head massages and making sure that her scalp is very healthy. So she's doing a lot of the things, as we can tell from these photos, very effectively, so that when she does process, she does it with minimal damage. So now we're going to talk about wigs and extensions and the impact that that has had on Kylie's hair journey. So we know she wears wigs and she rocks them. Here are some pictures where she's just beyond stunning. The Met Ball, we all saw her in the purple and the different colors. My understanding is she has quite a number of wigs, and that's really brilliant. Instead of trying to rock your hair purple and strip it down, which is really hard on the hair, if you just want that look for a short period of time, wigs a great way to do it. Now let's look at this next photo here of Kylie. We can see from the photo next to it, which is just about a year earlier, her hair was a lot shorter, so we're assuming that the photo with the long hair is extensions. Okay, and so we're looking at Kylie's hair journey and her use of extensions, wigs, and products to extend her hair. There's something called traction alopecia that we want everyone to be aware of when you choose to use these products, because it can pull on the follicle and really damage the follicle and scalp. Some of that damage may be permanent. So if you find that you're having that problem, go talk to your hair care professional or your dermatologist. Make sure that that damage isn't going to be permanent and do what you can to fix it. Okay, let's get back now to Kylie's use of wigs and hair extensions. Okay, so now we're going to talk about motherhood, having babies and the impact on your hair. As we know, Kylie's got a little one who's adorable. Babies can affect your hair in two ways. Okay, maybe three, because you might want to pull it out after they're screaming and crying for a bit. But the main two ways that babies affect your hair is hormones and nutrition. After you give birth, the hormones change. Most of us stop taking the prenatal vitamins. You want to keep doing the prenatal vitamins and nutrition. Whatever Kylie has done, she's done it very well, because her hair seems fabulous and relatively unaffected by the birth of her baby. And Kylie, being a brand new billionaire, had to, we guess, come with a little bit of stress. Again, we're not her doctors, but we're guessing. So we're going to talk about the effect of stress on hair. Kylie looks great, but it wouldn't be surprising if her hair was affected by stress. And this is how stress affects your hair. It actually causes your hair follicles to go dormant. And when they go dormant, it means you have less hair. The good news is you can wake them up. You can wake them up with topicals and good nutrition. So stress can also affect your hair. Kylie looks great, so we can't tell if it has, but I'm sure that at some point there's probably been a little stress in her life as a new mother and a new billionaire. So that's our review of Kylie's hair journey in her successful, wonderful young life. We hope that you learned a little bit about it, maybe gave you some information about making choices for your hair journey. And if you have any problems or issues, we hope that it gave you some information to help you solve those and get the best hair you can.